What's up, everybody? My name is Parasite, and welcome back to Rebuilding Everton. We have 2 games left in the season, and we control our own destiny. We are at the top of the table. We have a game in hand over Southampton, who are equal on points with us. We have a much better goal difference, but we are 1 point ahead of Liverpool, who are on the same amount of goals, same amount of games as we are on. So it's probably going to be between us and Liverpool to see who wins the league. If we win these last 2 games against Swansea and Stoke, we win the league. Southampton can't catch us. Liverpool can't catch us. No, goal difference doesn't matter. We will win the league if we win these last 2 games. So, huge couple of games for us. The last couple of games have gone okay. We outplayed Man City and Arsenal last time. We played Millwall, just smashed them 4-0. 2 goals in the first 8 minutes by Vidovic and Kaltoft. Kaltoft ends up with a brace, as does Vidovic. Those two were just in great form that game. I needed it to continue, and it really did not. Brighton, we played all right. Kaltoft with another goal. Alexander Douglas with an 85th minute winner. As Niv Adias, the guy we sold to Brighton last season, scored a free kick in the 50th minute. I thought it was going to break our hearts, but we get a goal by Alexander Douglas towards the end of the game. Vidovic did not show up. Kaltoft got a goal, and he still was only on a 6.5. So, definitely not showing up like they did in the Millwall game, and they just absolutely were gone for the Chelsea game. We were the better team. We had about double their XG. And yet, Vidovic, Kaltoft, and Douglas were just absolutely horrific. They couldn't do anything. They could not find the back of the net. We had like 8 shots on target. We couldn't score any of them. It was just not even close to good enough. And we lost to Chelsea, a game that could have put us pretty comfortably ahead of Liverpool. But no, we choked. So now we have to win against Swansea and Stoke. So in terms of the squad, against those 2 teams, I'm going with a 4-3-3. We're at home against Swansea. They're 14th. We're top of the table, so we should be winning this. Vidovic, Kaltoft, and Douglas stay as the front 3. Kaiwak and Jones is just coming back from injury. He's good enough to be on the bench. Zigovic and Olaru is going to be our midfield partnership. We only have 2 injuries. Ramon's injured, but he's fine. He failed his fitness test, but he's back in a day. And Kieran Duffy's injured. He's out for 3 to 5 months with a broken lower leg. So hopefully we don't need him. Hopefully we don't have too many injuries at fullback, because we don't have a whole lot of options there now. But other than that, we're full strength in terms of our midfield. Olaru, I don't know. None of them are playing well, so I'm just giving Olaru the shot this game. Zigovic obviously is the only one playing well. Malheiros keeps his spot in the defensive midfield. He's not been very good his last 5, but neither is Ferreira. So just the team as a whole has just been not very good recently. Arias comes in for Thomas Duffy, because Thomas Duffy's been absolutely horrific. 6.64 average rating. I think we'll need a new left back next season, as well as a right back, if we don't win the league this season. I don't know what we're going to do, because the whole goal of this was to win the league. And it looks like we might do it in the second season. Like, I never expected it would be this quick. I thought we'd have to play like at least 4 or 5 seasons for us to win the league. But we have a chance to win it here in our first league in the Premier League. I'm not sure what I'm going to do yet if we do win it. I'll probably play another season at least. Maybe a couple more, see if we can, get back-to-back Premier League victories, and maybe see if we can do something in the Champions League. I don't know. I'll decide whenever this season's over. I'll make the decision. But we got Arias and Albarracin at fullbacks, Marshall and Sousa at center backs, Messalongas in goal. Again, Veridiano's been terrible, so Albarracin gets a shot. I need somebody to start playing well, other than Zigovic and Vidovic. Anyone else needs to start playing well. Kaltoft is so-so. But let's get into this game. Let's see if we can win. See if we can keep ourselves at the top of the table and not throw away our Premier League title. I'm going to say we owe Swansea after what happened in our last match. Go out there and get revenge. I can tell them that we can potentially clinch the title. Obviously, if we win and Liverpool lose, we win the title because of our goal difference over Southampton. And yeah, over our goal difference over Southampton. So we can win the title today, but really, I'm not going to burden them with that. I mean, we're not expected to win the title coming into the season, so I don't want to give them any undue pressure. Your Everton side can potentially become champions today should everything fall into place. How confident are you celebrating come full time? We're focused solely on this match for now. We're not champions yet, and it would be foolish to start looking elsewhere whilst we still have this business to attend to. Swansea's recent struggles have them 19th in the Premier League form table. That's nice. Is this a chance to pile on the misery? Only a fool would disregard their ability in favor of form. They're a good team who are likely to be dangerous in trying to arrest this slide. So this is going to be interesting. We're playing our fourth back. It's been pretty good at home, and they're in terrible form. 4 losses of their last 5, and the other one's a draw. So surely we should be winning this match. We need to win this match. We can't afford to lose the title from where we're at. Like, it's gone so well this season for the most part. I mean, if we do win the title, it'll be on one of the fewest point totals like ever. But I'll take it. This has not been a great season for many of the teams in the Premier League. We've just been the less crap team so far this season. As Alexander Douglas has a shot on goal pretty early. I'm going to go attacking. We should be the ones to try to force the issue in this game. We can't play too cautiously against a team that's lost 4 of their last 5 games. As Zigrovic scores. All I saw was Ziyech. I thought it was Vidovic, but no, it is Zigrovic who scores in the first 3 minutes to put us 1-0 ahead. Alexander Douglas with a switch of play to Kaltoft, who cuts inside. He goes down the line before he cuts it across and puts a shot right off the goalkeeper. The ball falls right to Zigrovic, who puts it into an empty net, and we are 1-0 up. Great start to this game so far. The biggest test is going to come in the next game against Stoke. They're obviously a top 10 team right now, so it's not going to be easy. This should be the more easy match. This should be comfortable, but you can never write off any team in this league. Any team's able to beat any other team on any given day, so can't write any team off. But this should be a comfortable victory for us. But Stoke is going to be difficult as Alexander Douglas hits the post. Nearly scored our second goal of the game in the 11th minute. But Alexander Douglas with a nice shot hits the post, though. Bounces off. Couldn't find any of our players. Stoke are currently 5th. Right up there with Arsenal. So, yeah, that's going to be tough. That's probably going to decide the title, too. Because I don't expect Liverpool to drop points. I don't know who they're playing. I think I looked at it earlier and it wasn't that difficult. So Alexander Douglas hits the post again. How many times is Alexander Douglas going to hit the post this game? If we end up losing this game or drawing this game, I'm going to be very upset because Vidovic has a chance but heads it over. Because we've hit the post twice in the first 23 minutes. And we should be 2-0 up, if not 3-0 up right now. We've got a 1.4 XG through 5 shots on target. We have been the dominant force so far this game. Swansea have not done much, but this might be their first attack, but as Malheiros intercepts it, Vidovic heads it back to Kaltoft, puts the ball over the top to Alexander Douglas. It's time for him to hit the post again. He's going to cut inside maybe. He puts it across, and Olaru completely misses an open net. Olaru with a perfect chance, just one-on-one with the goalkeeper, and he misses the net entirely. What a terrible shot by Marius Olaru. He's supposedly playing well this game, but that is not good. That is definitely not good enough. You got to be hitting the back of the net on that when you have a chance like that. So they have Messalongas with a good catch. They have a dangerous ball into the box, but Messalongas is equal to it. He's going to kick it long to Kaltoft, who heads it down to Vidovic. Puts it over the top for Douglas. Douglas is one-on-one with the goalkeeper, and he hits the post and goes in. He hits the post again, but this time he hits the inside of the post, and it's enough to put it into the back of the net. Alexander Douglas finally puts us 2-0 up. It's been coming for a very long time. Vidovic with a nice ball over the top. Alexander Douglas hits it, hits the post, and goes in. We are 2-0 up, almost at the stroke of halftime. Perfect time to score. As there's going to be another highlight in the 46th minute. About 30 seconds left, 40 seconds left of time in this game, in this half. Kaltoft's going to make the interception. It could be another goal from us. Vidovic is offside, but Kaltoft keeps running down this left-hand side. He's going to put it in the back of the net. What a finish from a tight angle by Jorgen Kaltoft. I didn't think he stood any chance of getting that past the goalkeeper, but a nice finish into the bottom right corner, just low and hard. Goalkeeper could not get to it. He just runs right past their number 5. Puts it low and hard. Goalkeeper, no chance. And we are 3-0 up. Surely that's game over. Let's look at the scores of the other games once we get back into the start of the next half. I'm going to say I'm delighted with their performance. Keep it up. Looks like Liverpool are either drawing or losing. Once I can check their score, or maybe they haven't played yet. I don't know if we were playing the earlier game or not, but hopefully they're losing because that means we could win the title here today with this result. As Kaltoft intercepts that. Kaltoft and Vidovic have played really well together this this game especially, as they completely just link up again, and Vidovic finds the back of the net. Kaltoft and Vidovic have been huge for us in this last couple months. Kaltoft finally coming back from injury. He's played pretty well. He's had a couple bad games. Like I said before, he's either really bad or really good. And today he's been really good. He finds Vidovic. Vidovic has been on fire recently. He's been the best player in this team recently. He's completely kept Kai Watkins-Jones out of the squad because Kai's not even close to performing as well as Vidovic has. We almost have another chance for another goal, but let's pause this and let's check to see if... No, Liverpool have not played yet, so we don't know the result of the Liverpool match until after this game is over. But we are 3 points clear of Southampton now with a much better goal difference, so surely Southampton are out of the title chase. Surely it's between us and Liverpool. Hopefully Liverpool can lose and we can win the title without having to win our last game, but I doubt they're going to make it that easy for us. So we have a chance to through the back with Sousa out to Kaltoft, who's been the key man this game. At the center of everything we're doing. Olaru through to Vidovic at the top of everything we're doing, and it's 5-0. What a performance from Everton today in a game that is massive for the future of this club. We win 5-0, or it could be more. There's still 20, 30 minutes to go. And we are up 5-0. Vidovic, is that his hat trick? Nope, that's just his double. So he's on a brace. He's on a hat trick. Let's see if he can get it in the last couple of minutes of this game. I'm going to make a couple of subs. Malheros is on a yellow, and he's a little bit tired. I'm going to bring on for Kaltoft. Probably take him off, too, just to rest him. I don't want him to get injured. He's been a very important player for us so far. Somehow Douglas has a higher rating. I don't really understand that because Kaltoft's been at the center of everything we've done. But as Vidovic has a chance for his hat trick, but he hits the crossbar. Let's take Kaltoft off. He's tired now too. Petter McCall can come in. And I guess I'll take Olaru off. He's played well this game. Give Myrov a little bit more shot. Let's actually switch him. And no, he's playing. I want him to play deep lying playmaker on this side and Mazzala's attack. I'm giving Myrov the chance to play as a deep lying playmaker. It's what he's best suited for. So he wasn't playing that well as a Mazzala, so I'm giving him a chance as a deep lying playmaker to see if he can play better. Because he's not been quite good enough for us. As we're going to see this game out, we're going to win 5-0. What a great victory in a match that we really needed to show up in. And we absolutely did. I'm very happy to work in everything you did. Very happy. Everyone enjoyed Jorgen Kaltoft's goal, a place shot from close range that silenced the opposition fans. It must have been fantastic to see one of your players score a goal like that. How do you rate it? It was a top goal, and he deserved it. He definitely deserved it with how he played that game. Liverpool match is going to be huge, though. That really helped our goal difference. So if they draw, we've pretty much won the league as well. So a draw or a loss by Liverpool, and we are champions. As long as we don't get absolutely destroyed on the last day, which I don't think is going to happen. We qualify for the Champions League officially. Kaltoft, is he natural on the left now? He's natural on the left now. That's good to see. Initial budgets, transfer budget of 91 million. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. That's nice. Me like. Supposedly Chelsea want Olaru, but he's not leaving. He's partially English. He's very valuable to me. He's homegrown at club. He's especially now that we're going to be in European competition. We need as many homegrown players as we can get. We don't have a whole lot. We have Petter and Olaru. I think that's about it. Les Longus has not been here that long. And he was here when he's older. I don't think anyone else is homegrown at club. Thomas Duffy will be eventually. But yeah, I think there's the only homegrown at club players. Maybe Brandon Ridley and Coulson probably. But Parfait I think is. Joe Gray is. But they're not really first team players. So we need to keep hold of Olaru for sure. But I'll see you in a few days for the Stoke match. Well, actually, let's advance and see what happens with Liverpool. See what happens with them, because this is going to be huge. Also, I want to see what happens with Chelsea. Did they play already? They did, and they're still still in the relegation zone. They drew with West Ham. They're in the FA Cup final and the Europa League final, but they're also about to get relegated from the Premier League. So that would be the biggest turn of events if they get to Europe and are relegated to the Championship in the same season. They win a European competition and get relegated in the exact same season. That's going to be crazy. Who would ever guess Chelsea would have gotten relegated? Like, I did this series because I wanted to go at least 15 years in the future and see which big teams got relegated from any of the top 5 leagues and take them over and see if I could get back to the top and win the league in whatever league they're in. The first team that got relegated that was, I felt, a good enough team to take over was Everton. Now it's 20 years in, so I thought, I don't know how much longer I'm going to go until a big team gets relegated, so I'm going to take over Everton. We're going to see if we can win the league with them. Looks like we might do it in the first time of asking. And it looks like Chelsea, who are, not even debatably a bigger club than Everton, might get relegated in the same season. What a turn of events. Let's do this press conference real quick. We need to see what happens in the Liverpool match. Vidovic was outstanding today, wasn't he? He lifted the rest of the team. It was a brilliant performance. It's rumored that Alexander Douglas will be leaving the club in the near future. Performances like that are hardly going to reduce the interest in him, are they? The fans love him, and he's playing in a team that lets him perform like that. I can't see why Alexander Douglas would want to leave. Are you all concerned with Justin Diop's poor form while it's on loan at Burnley? He's been awful. He's got to do better, but he's the first person to tell you that. You've turned Bramley Moore Dock Stadium into something of a fortress in recent times. How important is it? A good home record? It's vital. Playing at home comes with a statistically proven advantage, and it's where we expect to win most of our points. Do you feel you have the upper hand over Pierce Simpson when it comes to mind games now? I can't imagine this result will change anything in that regard. Now let's see what happens with Liverpool. This is going to be huge. When do they play? I'm guessing they play on the 12th. Fiorentina have been relegated. That's another big team going down. Let's check out when Liverpool play. Where's Liverpool? Here they are. Check their schedule. They play on the 14th against Tottenham. So that's not going to be easy. But 16th and 17th in the last 2 games, not too hard. They drew with Burnley and Norwich in 2 games in a row, which is huge. That's what's kept us at the top of this table, those 2 draws. So let's advance to the 14th, see what happens in the Liverpool match. Then we've got Stoke City with a chance to win the league with only needing a win. As we're scouting some more players. 51 million is a little bit much for Kurzman, though. He's out Southampton, so probably not going to be able to land him. I've got another couple players coming in, just some youngsters that have good potential, so I'll show you them when needs be, when they come in. Zigovic and Vidovic in the team of the week. Man City must have absolutely dominated. Celso Majeros is injured 1 to 2 days. He's fine. He'll be back for the Stoke game. Frank Lampard is the manager of the England team. I can't tell Frank Lampard who he can and can't call up. It's not my job. I don't know if Martial really deserves a call up. He's a decent player, but he shouldn't be one of England's best center backs. Like, just looking at his attributes, he shouldn't be good enough to be England's key center backs. Maybe he can be a depth piece for them, but Tottenham, Liverpool, it's a draw. We have basically won the league. Liverpool failed to beat Tottenham. And as long as we don't get destroyed by goal difference, we are going to win the league. We are 7 goals clear of Liverpool, 3 points clear. No one can catch us. I think we've won the league. I think we've actually done it. All we need is a point to ensure it, but I want to win. I'll see you in a few days for the Stoke game. We have a chance to win the league, and Chelsea have a chance to get relegated. This is going to be a very exciting final day. And here we are on the final day of the Premier League season against Stoke with a chance, with a point, or just with not getting destroyed, a chance to win the Premier League in the first time of asking. Our first season since being promoted from the Championship, we have a chance to win the Premier League. An absolutely unbelievable performance from the team and an absolutely unbelievable result. It's the biggest shock since Leicester won the league. I don't know which is bigger, this, winning it the first season after you're promoted from the Championship, or Leicester, who are a team considered for relegation that actually won the Premier League. Which is the bigger upset? I mean, Leicester were the smaller team at the time. They're a big team now, but Everton have always been a pretty big club, but I don't know. I don't know which is the bigger shock. But we're going with our 5 at the back. We are at home. but we just need to not lose. So I'm going to play the little bit more defensive tactic. I want to give Ramon his last start at Everton. Albarracin and Arias come on into the wingbacks. I think this is what our strongest squad is right now. Olaru and Zigovic in the middle. Vidovic and Kaltoft up top. Probably try to bring Kai Walken-Jones in some point just so he can get another appearance. But got Erivelton on the bench over Myrov just because he's a more natural Mazzala on attack. Yeah, this is the team, though. Let's get into this game and see if we can lift the trophy. I know a lot of you will be keen to avenge what happened when we last played Stoke. Go out there and express yourselves. I have faith in the attackers. I have faith. It looks like we're set for another final day of the season full of drama and tension. Have you done enough to emerge as champions come full time? I hope so. We've prepared well and the lads look ready to go out and give a suitable performance. Stoke's recent good run has them 5th in the Premier League form table. How much of a threat do they pose? They're going to make life hard for us. They're a good team in good form, and we have to be at our best to get something. Surely we can't throw this away. A 7-goal difference advantage, a 3-point advantage on the last day of the Premier League season. Stoke are in good form. They've won their last 3 games, but surely they can't beat us by enough, and surely Liverpool can't win by enough to overturn that goal difference. Southampton have a chance too if they win and have a good goal difference, but surely our goal difference over Southampton is even more pronounced. It's like 12 or something points, so surely they can't come back from that. But Liverpool are going to be our biggest competition. We should be okay. We should be able to hold it off Stoke for the most point and not concede a whole bunch of goals. If we can win this game, that'd make it even sweeter. If we can draw it, I'll take it. That would guarantee the Premier League title as well. Malheros has a ball to Albarracin down this right-hand side, dodges the tackle, keeps going down this right-hand side, gets tackled by Everton, but it's going to fall right to one of our players. Ramon to pick it up in his last game with the team. Albarracin to Olaru. In for Vidovic, who's free in the middle. Oh, and he gets it around the keeper. He dribbles around the goalkeeper with his 16, 17 dribbling. Chisenga, who's a very good goalkeeper too, dribbles around him and finds the back of the net. Vidovic has been an absolute superstar for this team. For a pretty cheap fee is what we bought him for as well. To get a player that scored over 25 goals, I think, for the season. That's a great return in the Premier League, especially he wasn't the starter coming at the start of the season. It was Kai Walken-Jones' job, and he's taken it because he's been so good. As Albarracin gives away a penalty. I saw that coming from a mile away. Our fullbacks love giving away penalties. Usually it's Thomas Squared, but this time it's Albarracin. Gives away what is an obvious penalty. He clearly tripped him. Looks like we're going to be going 1-1 because I don't think we've saved a penalty all season. All series, even. I don't think we've saved a penalty all series. As it is a penalty, I knew it was. There was no question about it, and I don't have any question that this is finding the back of the net. We don't save penalties. We don't score penalties, and we don't save penalties. Not even close. It is 1-1, but we've got the goal. Surely we're not going to give away. I keep saying it because I'm just trying. I don't know. I feel like I'm going to jinx myself, but I'm trying to tell myself in my head that this isn't going to happen. We're actually going to win the league. In the first season back in the Premier League, we're going to win the Premier League. What a ridiculous result. I never would have guessed this would happen. I came into the season thinking, okay, mid-table. I think we're a mid-table team. A mid-table finish would be perfect. But we've just done amazingly better. We've won the Premier League pretty much. Malheros is injured. Let's take him off. Let's take him off. Don't want to get a really serious injury. Miss next season, so mix any games in next season. As Liverpool go 1-0 ahead of Wolves, that's not enough for them. They need a lot more goals than that to go to try to beat us. We are currently 1 point ahead, 6-goal difference ahead. Surely it's not going to happen. We're going to go into halftime at 1-1. This is fine. This is good enough to win us the Premier League without even having to question about goal difference. You're performing well out there. Keep it up and the result will come. This is fine. This is a fine result. I'm not going to tell them they're not doing well enough. They're doing just good enough to get what we want to happen. I don't care if we win this game. As long as we win the Premier League, I'm happy. I'd like to win the game as Sousa heads it into the back of the net. One of his first goal of the season. I was going to say, it's one of the few goals he's had this season. It is his first. It took him an entire season to get one goal. He's not much of a guy in the air, really. He's 6'1" with like 12, 13, 14 jumping reach. So he's not a monster in the air or anything like that. But I would expect a few more goals from him. But he's also not at the near post. As Wolves have taken the lead over Liverpool, Liverpool might absolutely choke at the end of the season and not even finish second. As it looks like Southampton are winning, but Liverpool are losing. They are our only threat. As Messalongas tips that over, but Mane heads it against the side netting. Zigrovic is tired. Let's take him off. Give him a round of applause. Bring on Everton. I'll probably be taking Kaltoft off here soon. Albertine obviously not on a good rating because he gave away the penalty. Vidovic is actually injured. That's perfect time to bring on Kai. Hopefully it's not a serious injury. It shouldn't be if he's allowed to stay on the pitch. It shouldn't be a serious injury that'll keep him out anytime in the next season. But surely we're going to win the league now. Surely we're going to do it with a win. There's about 10 minutes left. I just can't believe it. I just can't believe we're about to do this. I never would have thought going into the season this would have happened. As Delaru gets tackled, it's going to be a penalty question. No penalty. I thought they were going to stop play for a second, but no penalty is given. That might be Albertine sent off. And we've made all of our subs. Well, that sucks. Wait, we still have one more sub left. That's right. We still have a sub. No, we haven't. We've taken off. We brought on Kai Walken-Jones. So we've made all of our subs. Vidovic was off. Harris was off, and Zigrovic were off. So who's going to be playing at right back? I guess it's going to be Ferreira. Actually, Marshall's going to play at right back. Ferreira's going to play at center back. Ramon in the middle. Ferreira on the right. Everton. Olaru can play deep line playmaker on support. Everton can play Mazzala on support. Let's switch them around, actually. Deep line playmaker on support. Mazzala on support. Play wingbacks on defend. Just see this game out. Wingback on defend. I don't think Ferreira could play there, can he? No. Marshall will play there. He's a little bit better at right back. Let's just do this. Confirm the changes. Surely there's only 10 minutes left. Even if they get a goal back, we're good enough to win the league. Tell the team to focus. Let's go defensive. Why won't it let me go to freaking defensive? Defensive. It doesn't matter. We're already in the 95th minute. We are about to lift the Premier League title, and we have done it. Everton are Premier League champions. In their first season, after being promoted from the Championship, we have won the Premier League. The hardest league to win, questionably. I mean, either that or the La Liga. I mean, I think the Premier League is harder because there's just so much more competition. And we are champions. What a season. What a just unexpected, unbelievable season. I'm speechless. I never thought this would actually happen. We have completed our entire journey in the first season. What do I do now? Have Chelsea been relegated? Let's see. Congratulations. Enjoy these moments. They're what every footballer dreams of. Everton have won the Premier League. Congratulations, Ryan. How good does it feel to win the Premier League? I'm delighted for everyone involved. It's taken a lot of hard work, but moments like these make it all worthwhile. In what was labeled as a huge match for Everton, your team certainly lived up to the pre-match billing. You must be delighted with the result. It's a brilliant feeling. Everyone has worked so hard, and they're getting their rewards right now. A 2-1 win on the final day, and Chelsea get relegated. Chelsea are relegated from the Premier League, as Wolves, I think, won. No, they lost to Liverpool, but it's still not enough. Chelsea must have lost. They lost to Man City. They had a tough match. That's unfortunate for Chelsea, but Everton win the Premier League, and Chelsea get relegated from the Premier League, all in the same season. I've got a question now. Do we take over Chelsea? I mean, the whole reason I did this was to take over a team that should not be in the second division that gets relegated. I did it with Everton. Our first league title since 1987. They think I'm a magician, which I might be. Everton board ecstatic with the Premier League win. Alexander Douglas praises me. Diop played well on the last day. 7.8 against Man United. Burnley actually won. Let's look at the Premier League table. We win. Liverpool second. Southampton third. Liverpool just beat Southampton on goal difference. Man City fourth. Arsenal, Stoke, and West Ham get European football. Man United, for being in the top four for almost the entire season, miss out on any European football. What an absolute collapse they must have had in the last half of the season. They started the season so well, and then just absolutely awful from the February 1st on. They were terrible. They won, two Premier League games since February? Wow. What an absolute collapse by Manchester United. Tottenham finished 15th, and Chelsea relegated, along with Millwall and Brighton. Yeah, I mean, does Chelsea, have they sacked their manager? Supposedly Julio Cesar is still managers. Is he their interim or is he their permanent manager? He's their permanent manager. He's been there for 160 days. But surely he got them relegated. Surely he can't keep his job. Surely not. So, will we be taking over Chelsea? I did it with Everton. I brought them up to the Premier League. I did everything I said I wanted to do with Everton. Get them promoted and win the Premier League. I did it in 2 seasons. Now, do I do it with Chelsea? That's a good question. Next episode is going to be interesting. It's either going to be an off-season special, or it's going to be me taking over a new team. Maybe becoming Chelsea manager. Wow. What a season. What a crazy season. And the future has a bunch of question marks left still. That's going to be the end of the episode. It's been a fantastic episode. Everything I hoped this episode would be. If you've made it this far, why don't you like the video, subscribe, and click the bell. The links to all my socials are also in the description. I really appreciate all your support. Thank you all for joining me. And I guess I'll see you next time.